3 rolling onto the racetrack as we get set to go. We'll roll all the cars out here. We'll introduce them to you from the front to the back. Your front row will consist of the top 2 driver and overall points from the weekend. Your pole sitter will be Sparta, Missouri's Stephen Muhlenberg and the Muhlenberg Excavating Eagle Machine 39M, and Brandon Kenny out of Woodward, Oklahoma, the Ramirez Motorsports Roach Body Shop 21B.
Second row on the inside, 3-time heat race winner this weekend, the 86J of Travis Johnson out of Piedmont, Oklahoma. To the outside, former USRA national champion out of Springdale, Arkansas, J.C. Morton in the 18.
Row 3 to the inside, your inaugural Battle of the Bullring champion, Sean Strong. He's out of Billings, Missouri, the Midwest Sheet Metal Gentleman Racing number 14. And to his outside is Michael Truscott out of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, the Dahlbeck Logging LLR Motorsports 22T.
Inside of row number 4, he's a former USRA national champion in the 28. It's Andy Scott out of Fort Scott, Kansas, and to his outside, Cody Smith ran runner-up in this event last year out of Texas.
Next row back inside will be Brian McGowan out of Pittsburgh, Kansas. The Allens out of Mid 22. And Justin Fremming out of Garfield, Minnesota, the Anderson Funeral Home 33X.
Row number 6, it's 36-year racing veteran in the Z28, Randy Zimmerman out of Fort Scott, Kansas. To his outside, Grant Southworth in the 35. Grant comes to us from Bloomer, Wisconsin.
Next row back, it'll be Robbie Eilers out of Highland, Illinois, the 3-way creation, B-Dry Waterproofing 3, and Don Reed out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the Mid-Continent Cleaners, Mid-Continent Conductors, number 39.
Row number 8 on the inside consists of Kenzen, Dakota Foster in the 5F out of Gardner, Kansas. To the outside, the 10S, Cole Searing in the Affordable Exteriors 10S.
Next row back inside will be Cale Westover out of Blair, Oklahoma, in the 44. Matt Gesty out of Kelly Lake, Minnesota, in 37.
Row number 10 on the inside, the 70 junior, David Simpson, as we're going to give him a wave this time, crowd. Give him a big wave this time. David Simpson on the inside of row 10. To the outside, the 23 is Mitch Weiss out of Scandia, Minnesota.
Final couple rolls will be Mike Striegel out of Wheatland, Missouri, in the 17X inside. Cody Lee out of Starbuck, Minnesota, outside in 50.
Inside of row number 12, Chris Jackson, 25-time feature race winner last year in the 65. To the outside, the 06, Jeremy Nelson out of Zimmerman, Minnesota, in the 06.
And Dustin Toole in your final starter provisionals out of Topeka, Kansas.
To the green, Chris Steppen, take it away.
Here we go, take 2, Hummer time, ready to go. Muhlenberg, much better start that time. Steven was either not ready or a little bit sleeping on the trigger the last time. Brandon Kenny went roaring on by him. A much better start that time. Let's see what happens. Stephen Muhlenberg in 39, Brandon Kenny in 21, side by side for a moment. Kenny now, he's going to take his look to the outside. J.C. Morton to the outside of the 86, heads up, Reed in the wall, but Muhlenberg will lead lap 1.
Stephen Muhlenberg, right where he's been several times this weekend, a 3-time heat race winner, one of only 2 drivers to do it. Travis Johnson, the other one to do that. Good race up front. The 21's battling up there. Good race up front here early on, coming around to complete lap number 2 this time by. Stephen Muhlenberg maintains his lead.
Looks like we're going to lose Don Reed here in the 39. He got in the wall the last trip around. He's limped all the way to the tail now. And I think he'll try to exit the speedway here as we'll continue to race. Good battle behind him. Down the front straightaway this time by, it'll be Muhlenberg, Kenny, J.C. Morton to 3rd. Michael Truscott now to the top 4. He's up to 4th. Cody Smith rolling around the outside of 5th and 7:31.
Good run for Truscott. Started this one back in 6th. Now in that 4th spot. Good battle back behind the top 3. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Great battle. Here comes the 2015 winner, Sean Strong. Sean Strong now trying to show some muscle in that 14. Trying to become the first driver to repeat in the short 3-year history at Battle at the Bullring as Muhlenberg continues to pace the field.
Couple car length advantage for Stephen Muhlenberg. He's only out there by a couple. J.C. Morton now getting racy. He'll take a look down to the inside of the 21 of Kenny. Good side-by-side battle for a moment there. Right behind him, Michael Truscott. Then it's Cody Smith. Sean Strong working to the outside of Travis Johnson. Andy Bryant not too far out of the mix either. Grant Southworth trying to pick his way through as well in 35.
J.C. Morton, not the history you would think he would have in this race. He's finished 18th and 25th, if I'm not mistaken, in the first 2 seasons of this event. And he is looking strong here tonight, sitting, waiting in the wings in that 3rd spot. Now we'll put the challenge on Brandon Kenny for that 2nd spot, as Muhlenberg has about a 4-car length advantage over the rest of the field.
Still good racing. Multiple grooves here around the Hummer. It's Muhlenberg, Kenny, Morton, Truscott, and now Smith. Cody has gone to the top 5 here. 6th is Johnson, 7th is Strong, 8th is Bryant, 9th is Brad McGowan. And the Brian McGowan, I should say, and Justin Fremming now into the top 10 in 33X.
From 8th to 5th within the first 6 laps, Cody Smith, runner-up in this event last year, a Texan on the move now into that 5th spot. He'll try to set his sights on the 22T of Truscott just in front of him. It's a 3-car breakaway as those cars try to establish their own zip code out front. Still, Muhlenberg got the line at lap number 8.
A really good race for 2nd. J.C. Morton trying everything he's got to work over the 21 of Brandon Kenny. He's thrown a couple sliders at him. Kenny able to fend him off every single time. Brandon's got a good hot rod there on the top of the racetrack. He got trouble. Travis Johnson's off the pace. The Piedmont, Oklahoma racer in that 86J going to roll to a halt. Oh, yeah, lots of smoke from the 86J. We'll see if he can make that turn and get himself off the speedway, and he will. We'll stay green.
Clean and green racing here at lap number 9, just short of the first 10 laps here tonight. Steven Muhlenberg, the veteran out of Sparta, Missouri, looking very strong here as he has all weekend long. Again, 3 heat races. Look at that battle for second between the 21B of Kenny and the 18 of Morton.
Those two have been glued together for the last 4 or 5 laps. They're really glued together now. Contact as they race through turns number 1 and 2. J.C. Morton will take that advantage. He'll move by into the second spot on the 18. He'll slide all the way across the racetrack. We'll see if Kenny returns the favor. It'll still be Muhlenberg, your leader, into 1.
Steven Muhlenberg continues to pace the field just outside of the top 3, the 22. Michael Truscott, Cody Smith back there. Sean Strong in that 6th spot. Close quarters racing down here into corner number 1. Back there for about 15th spot. Mac Esty mired in traffic back there, but keeps it clean and green.
Down the front straightaway, Muhlenberg. J.C. Morton trying to run after him now. He's closing the gap a bit. And it'll be Kenny, then it's Truscott, and then it's Smith, as we said. Sean Strong sits 6th. 7th is Brian. 8th is Fremming. 9th, McGowan. Robbie Eilers into the top 10 in 3s. We roll by the start-finish line with 13 to get down.
13 starting, Robbie Eilers out of Highland, Illinois, now trying to come forward. Good battle there, side by side with Brian McGowan in the 22. Just behind them, Randy Zimmerman has lost a couple spots. We'll look for Randy to gain composure. See if he can find a preferred line around here. He's been around this track several times now. 36-year racing veteran Randy Zimmerman trying to find a way into the top 10. Muhlenberg has company, and that company would be the 18M of last year's USRA National Champion, J.C. Morton.
Continues to be Muhlenberg, J.C. Morton in the 21 of Kenny, but I tell you what, you're exactly right. J.C. Morton's coming. That 18 car has caught your race leader. Let's see what happens. He's been in the show every single year we've had this event, sniffing around for the lead right now down the back straightaway. Into turn 3 and out of turn 4. It's still Muhlenberg, but Morton is charging after him at 18.
Meanwhile, back there, Andy Bryant now trying to come forward once again in that 7th spot right there, trying to find a line that prefers to his driving style. Just behind him, the 33X, Justin Fremming. Good battle again between Eilers and Brian McGowan. That's just inside the top 10 as they continue to pull away. Now we'll have lap traffic here, I would say, in about 2 to 3 laps, as the 70 junior will be the first to go a lap in arrears.
Still Steven Muhlenberg rolling around right through the middle of the Humboldt Speedway. It's Muhlenberg, Morton, Kenny, Truscott, Smith. As Sam said, the back of the field closing in on your race leaders. They're coming back to them as they race into turn number 1. Still Muhlenberg on the outside of Simpson in 70.
The Ozark-based drivers are dominating here tonight with J.C. Morton trying to track down Sparta, Missouri driver Steven Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg, what a dream weekend he's had. Got the poles right, ran to 3 heat race victories. It currently leads this one he has from the onset here at lap number 19, coming around for lap number 20.
Steven Muhlenberg, J.C. Morton working through lap traffic. David Simpson, as we said, the lone Canadian to get in the show. He has gone a lap down, but nonetheless got into the A-main here at 121 race cars. A good accomplishment there. Down the front straightaway, Muhlenberg still leads. J.C. Morton now only about 2 car lengths behind. As this is going to get dicey here in a minute as guys battling for position at the tail of the field.
Keep an eye on this lap traffic just in front of your leaders. J.C. Morton pulls up to the backside of the 39 of Steven Muhlenberg in the Eagle Machine Incorporated machine. Into corner number 1, J.C. Morton in the middle line. Steven Muhlenberg just a little bit higher on entry off corner number 2. Muhlenberg now pulls away just ever so slightly into quarter number 3. This will be lap number 22 coming around this time.
Down the front straightaway, Steven Muhlenberg in 39. The 18 of J.C. Morton. Working through lap traffic, Thule into the outside, Striegel to the inside. Your leaders right there on that side-by-side battle. Down the back straightaway, good racing still going on throughout the pack. We've got good side-by-side racing here as J.C. Morton taking a look down for the lead off turn 4.
Just in front of them, a side-by-side battle between the Wheatland Outlaw and our IMCA provisional driver, Dustin Thulin. J.C. Morton had slid up just a little bit, nearly contact between the leaders. Steven Muhlenberg now pulls up to the outside of the Wheatland Outlaw, Mike Striegel. He'll stay in that lane. Oh, right in front of the leaders, and the leaders make contact as Thulin spun in front of them, looking for the yellow flag to fly. J.C. Morton got into the left rear quarter panel there of Steven Muhlenberg, but it was not what we appeared to be on purpose, as Muhlenberg was woed up by the spinning Dustin Thulin here off of quarter number 4. Action here at lap number 23, the 45 of Dustin Thulin. Our IMSA provisional driver has spun over there off 4. Chris, a barn burner so far. Morton is quick, but Muhlenberg just is relentless up front tonight.
Yeah, it's been really good. Muhlenberg's led every lap so far. J.C. Morton was just about to try to take a look to the inside of him there when we were working through lap traffic. Can see the FK Rod Ends instant replay was up. There it is again.
Someone. Who will it be? Tony Morgan about to get busy on the perch once again. He does the green flag, waves in the air. Here we go. Good start there for J.C. Morton off the power move off of corner number 4. He knew he had to get gone, and he is going to be gone. But will Muhlenberg dive back down to the low side, down the back straightaway, side by side off of corner number 2? Chris Steppen, they bring him to you in corner number 3.
Boy, good racing here for the lead. Andy Bryant got racy on the start as well. Let's see what happens. Who leads at the line there? Side by side. It's J.C. Morton, but not by much. Morton will lead lap 24. It's Morton right to the middle. Muhlenberg to the bottom. Brandon Kenny still 4. I'm telling you what, that 28 car is on the prowl. Here comes Andy Bryant as well to the top 5.
Andy Bryant started this one back in the 7th spot. We knew he'd get going. It just took him a little bit. He has now broke into the top 5. Still nose to tail with J.C. Morton, Stephen Muhlenberg. The 21B, Brandon Kenny sitting back there watching all the action, kind of wishing something might happen. But the 22 of Trescott still up there inside the top 5. Andy Bryant rounds out top 5. Cody Smith just behind.
Down the back straightaway, J.C. Morton, Stephen Muhlenberg. Continuing to drive away here the front of the field. We're going to lose Cole Searing in 10. He's going to pull his South Dakota machine onto the infield. It'll continue to be Morton, Muhlenberg, Kenny, Truscott, and now Bryant. Then it's Cody Smith, Sean Strong, Justin Fremming, Robbie Eilers, and Randy Zimmerman, the top 10.
And Chris, that's a battle I've been watching. Robbie Eilers and Randy Zimmerman swapping that position back and forth. They've got into each other a couple of times here. Just racing deals so far. Everybody's sliding up. The 44 now into the wall. I believe that's Cale Westover in the 44. Some contact there, but nonetheless, we'll stay clean and green. Now some contact there between Cody Lee and the 44 of Westover. Still clean and green here at lap number 27.
27 in. J.C. Morton beginning to flex his muscles a bit at the front of the field. He's driving away. He's got about a 6-car length advantage now on Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg another 4-car lengths back to Brandon Kenny. Then it's Truscott and Bryant. Everybody's sort of single file. Good racing here for about 15th on back. Good side-by-side battle there, but your top 5 have kind of strung themselves out right through the middle.
Still 22 of our original 25 starters out on the field. Great racing out here. Very low attrition thus far. We want to keep it that way. We want to keep it green here and see if anybody can challenge Morton up front. Middle line there. Good run there for J.C. Morton, now living in Arkansas. The PRC machine looking strong out there this evening, or early evening, however you want to look at it. 30 laps right now, Chris.
30 laps in the books, 20 to go. J.C. Morton continues to lead right down the front straightaway. At DustinsDream.net, Thompson Motorsports, PCD race car rolling down the back straightaway. We got one around. It's Cody Lee. Cody Lee has come down under. Look out, everybody. Everybody's rolling up after the spun 50 car. Looks like everybody's gotten themselves slowed down. We've got 31 laps in the books. And as we said, J.C. Morton, it took him a little while to get to the lead. He was dogging Muhlenberg there for quite a while. Stole the lead a handful of laps ago.
Lap 24.
On lap 24, we're on lap 31 now. J.C. moving from Springfield, Missouri to Springdale, Arkansas over the offseason, jumping into a PCD race car. A great opportunity for J.C. Morton.
Absolutely.
Here we go. J.C. Morton ready to go back to green, this time back to green. It's Morton, Muhlenberg. Here goes Andy Bryant. Good run there. Andy Bryant is driven by the 22T of Michael Truscott. They're going to swap that 4 spot. Sean Strong and Justin Fremming. Fremming now getting racy. Justin Fremming's gone by Sean Strong. He's going to go to work on Cody Smith here. He's trying to race his way to a top 5 run as well. He's up to 7th, working on 6. Here comes Fremming in 33.
Justin Fremming gets around Cody Smith, and he'll take over that 6th spot into corner number 1. Good run by Fremming, trying to break inside the top 5. Sean Strong saw an opening, but it closes up as Cody Smith regains his composure, regains the spot. J.C. Morton, meanwhile, up front, the Arkansas driver, out front by about 5 car lengths advantage over the Eagle machine, number 39 of Stephen Muhlenberg.
Continues to be Morton, Muhlenberg, Kenny, Bryant, and Truscott. Same top 5 as it's been, but Bryant and Truscott flip-flop spots. Here comes Andy Bryant now. Andy Bryant's going to work on the 21 of Brandon Kenny. Let's see. Down the front straightaway, still J.C. Morton into turn number 1.
Brian McGowan now trying to break his way into the top 10. Back there in the 11th spot. Good run with him and Randy Zimmerman. The top 4 now begin to spread out just a little bit. Michael Truscott back to 5th as Andy Bryant has taken away that 4 spot. Put Andy Bryant to 4th here. Late stages of the races at lap 35.
Continues to beat J.C. Morton by about 4 car lengths here in the 18. Morton will show the way, then it's Muhlenberg in 39, the 21, the 28, and the 22. Still the same top 5. 33X of Justin Fremming now taking a look. Here goes Fremming once again, taking a look to the inside of Truscott for 5th.
Great battle inside the top 5. We'll see if it carries on for Andy Bryant or not. Andy Bryant now trying to reel in the 21B. Brandon Kinney. Kinney sitting strong in that 3rd spot. Andy Bryant just behind him. Truscott in the 22, holding strong in the 5th spot for now. But here comes the 33X. Justin Fremming went to 6th on lap 33. He wants more.
Getting close to the 10 to go mark, not too far away. 37 of the 50 in the books. J.C. Morton, Steve Muhlenberg, Brandon Kenny, Andy Bryant, 22 of Michael Truscott, still your top 5. Fremming, Smith, Strong, Eilers, and Randy Zimmerman continue to round out the top 10 with 12 to go.
Paying a little farther back in the field. Keep an eye on the top 10. That's Randy Zimmerman in 10th. Brian McGowan, 11th spot. Now inside of him, Dakota Foster. Side-by-side battle into quarter number 1. Dakota Foster trying to move and break away into the top 5. Just behind him, 35 in the 23. 37 of Matt Gasty as well. Next time around, it'll be 10 to go. Next time around, 10 to go.
10 more times around the Humboldt Speedway when we come to the start-finish line this next time by. It's still J.C. Morton. We got one around. Dustin Tulin. He's going to try to get going. He did. The yellow might have blinked on a little bit early there, but it is out nonetheless. So the caution is out, and Dustin Tulin will roll her off to the pit area as his 2nd yellow. So the caution out with, did we get that one in? We did. 39 of the 50 in the books. 11 laps to go here in this one. It's basically a heat race to settle it. 18 of J.C. Morton will pick it up back this time by 39 and 11 to go. J.C. Morton ready to come to the start-finish line. Green back out. We are underway.
Green flag flies, and J.C. Morton will lead Sparta, Missouri driver Steven Muhlenberg into corner number 1. Andy Bryant thought about 2 wide there. On the 21B, Brandon Kinney couldn't quite make a stick. It may cost him as Michael Truscott now gets up to the bumper. Little bit of contact there. No harm, no foul. We'll say clean and green here, coming around to complete lap number 40. 10 laps to go.
40 and 10 to go. J.C. Morton looking for a gigantic victory for not only himself, but for PCD race cars as well. Down the back straightaway, it'll be J.C. Morton, Steven Muhlenberg, the 21 of Brandon Kinney, the 28 of Andy Bryant, and Michael Truscott still your top 5 in 22 with 9 to go.
If he can hang on to it, what a great debut to be the house car driver for the PCD race cars out of Arkansas. Steven Muhlenberg, though, not ready to give up yet. He's trying to stay right with him. About a 4 to 5 car length advantage now. Muhlenberg pulls up just a little bit. Skating through corner number 4, off of number 4. 42 laps down, the 17 of Striegel now with problems.
Mike Striegel off the pace. Andy Bryant putting some pressure now on Brandon Kenny here. Seeing if he can't maybe sneak one more spot closer to the front before this thing is done. J.C. Morton still your leader, but not by much, as Muhlenberg trying to keep him within his sights here with about 8 to go.
That's right, 43 in the books, that time by just outside of the top 3 again. Andy Bryant in 4th. The 22 now has a horde behind him, a pack trying to get up there. Justin Fremming trying to break inside that top 5. Cody Smith right there out of Texas as well. Good 3-way battle there for 5th.
6 laps remaining here with the start-finish line. We'll come to the line next time by with just 5 remaining here in battle at the Bullring 3. Down the back straightaway, J.C. Morton, Steven Muhlenberg, Brandon Kenny, Andy Bryant. Still a great battle for 5th. Justin Fremming and Michael Truscott duking it out with 5 to go.
Fremming puts some moves on Truscott, not able to get it done that time around. 5 to go, like Chris said, winding the laps down. $8,000 victory waiting in the wings, and Steven Muhlenberg is not going anywhere. He is right there. Now you see Morton looks like he's kind of skating around in the corners. Could the tires be going away on the 18 of Morton? We're going to find out here as Muhlenberg is now right there.
Muhlenberg doing a good job just kind of conserving things. Let's see if he's got anything left in the tank with a handful of laps to go. J.C. Morton, Steven Muhlenberg, still Kenny, still Bryant, still Truscott. Rounding out the top 5 runners with just a couple of laps to go this time by here for your leader, Morton in 18.
Lap 47, it's the wily veteran and the youngster, a former USRA national champion here, will be likely competing for the NASCAR championship throughout the year right here at Humboldt Speedway. He currently holds the lead here. Coming around, it will be lap 48.
48 laps in the books, 2 to go. So we wrap up this battle at the Bullring weekend here. Down the back straightaway, Morton still by 3 car lengths over Muhlenberg. Down the back straightaway, Kenny and Bryant still running 3rd and 4th. Truscott holding off Fremming for 5th. We get set to come down and finish it up. A white flag in the air for J.C. Morton in 18.
Just a couple more turns to go. J.C. Morton looking for his biggest career victory to date. Now headquartered out of Arkansas. He takes it down the back straight for the final time. Into corner number 3. Muhlenberg gives it one last shot. But off of corner number 4 in the PCD number 18, J.C. Morton, your winner. Stephen Muhlenberg crosses line in second. Brandy Kenny third. Andy Bryan in the 4th spot. Michael Truscott 5th. Justin Freeman in 7th. Cody Smith 8th. Sean Strong is 9th. Robbie Eilers 10th. Randy Zimmerman 11th. Great run to the finish. We'll go down and get a word with soon-to-be-determined J.C. Morton. J.C. Morton!
Should be happy. It's a big one there.
Oh, nearly tackled in victory lane by the new team. Fast shafts courtesy of Pat. Great to have him along this weekend, showing it off on top of the car. A happy man down here. Biggest career win to date. The Humboldt behind him will hand him the trophy. The unique trophy. Yeah, it's a heavy one. Be careful balancing up there, JC. The Cole Agency Incorporated, Brike Racing, Brike.com, Greene County Poultry and Litter, Yeoman Race Engines Under the Hood, DustinsDream.net, Thompson Enterprises, PCD Precision Chassis Development. The house car driver is in the house here tonight. What a dream weekend, man. We talked about this last night. We were all huddled around the fire, just kind of keeping warm, shooting the breeze, and you did it. A dream weekend comes to this, buddy.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable weekend. We brought both cars, never raced an A-Mod before. Jumped in Thursday night, made the show, and ran 6th.
Good job in that one, by the way.
I was happy with that, and then we had a really good night Friday in this car, and that put me in the top 4. And then tonight we struggled in my A-Mod heat race, learned a lot there, and I think that probably helped us on this track here. But I got to thank all these PCD race cars, Thompson Enterprise, Dustin's Dream, Humboldt Speedway for putting this on, Yeoman Race Engines, I don't know, Brike. There's so many of them. I got to thank everybody that's helped me. Jared Thompson, Shane Carey. I call him every time we come off the track to talk to him. He's the chassis builder. Unbelievable deal here. It's crazy.
You and Muhlenberg have turned a lot of laps together. What a run, though, for the Wiley veteran. He held it in his old lap 24. Great race by you guys up front.
Yeah, it's starting to latch there, and we had that restart, and I knew it was my opportunity. I figured I'd drive it in there a little hard. Tried to leave him plenty of room. I'm sure I did, and he raced me clean down here. I appreciate that, and we raced several laps together, like you said, and it's unbelievable competition there.
Are you believing what's happening right now, J.C. Morton?
No, not yet. It's crazy. Everybody that's helped. I got my crew guys, my wife, my dad, sister, aunt, and Jamie, and Kevin, all of them guys. If it wasn't for them, wouldn't be possible.
Go give that wife a hug. She put up with all you guys this weekend. J.C. Morton, your winner of the $8,000 win. Battle at the Bullring number 3. J.C. is a happy man down there with Destiny. Thank you so much, fans, for coming out here this weekend. We know the weather was tough. It was great here on Thursday night, with the exception of all the severe weather, but we had nice temps. We hope to welcome those kind of temps back for the King of America. We'll see if we get a repeat winner. Zach Vanderbeek, your defending champion. As J.C. Morton and crew continue to celebrate down there in Victory Lane, I have to thank all of you online for tuning in here tonight. On behalf of Trenton Berry, Austin Kruger, Chris Steppen, my co-announcer. Chris, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to work with you, sir. Sarah Isdahl helping us out up there tonight. Karen Darling helping us out there. Jeff Fayer, Robert Klonch, and Chris Bork. Great camera work, sirs. Thank you so much. Until our paths may cross again, we will see you at the King of America. Good night, everybody.